Well, hello everybody. I just tried to do this video a minute ago, and for whatever reason, it shut down on me. So we'll see if I can't make it work this time. We'll wait a second, and you'll take the camera over there and teach you guys how to properly cook a turkey. Seeing as how tomorrow is apparently Thanksgiving, I guess. Is it? I don't know. I'll give you a day heads up on how to cook a turkey. So I thought I'd cook it today because I'm not gonna eat much of it. It's probably gonna go to all of these rugrats around here. So I'm gonna try to get the stream started. Say hello to everybody, and I'll walk you into the kitchen, and I'll show you how to cook a turkey properly. What's up, Carson? Well, I did something funny with my video earlier, or with my settings earlier, and now all your names are highlighted. It's very. I'm gonna have to change that. I don't like it. But we're gonna cook something, and also probably in there give some words of wisdom. Let's see if anybody shows up. Do you want to know how to cook a turkey? Do you want to know how to cook properly? It's cooking Pan. That's what we're doing. Pan the goat god. Did you not know who I am? We'll see if anybody shows up. If I don't get 10 people in this room, I'm not doing this. No, I'm probably still going to do it anyways. Doesn't matter who's here now, as long as you watch it later before you cook your turkey tomorrow and ruin it. Don't ruin your turkey. First lesson here. I'm going to wait until a couple more people. I can't. First lesson is do not cook your turkey at a high temperature. And do not, under any circumstances, during the beginning of the cooking process, take the butter and take all of the things and the herbs and spices and put it on the outside. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Wait until halfway through the cooking. Or maybe a little closer to the end. We'll see. So, do not baste your turkey. Who would tell you not to baste your turkey? I'm telling you not to. I'll tell you what I'm doing now, and then I'll walk you over there and show you. So when you put your turkey in the oven, just put it in there. Just don't stuff it, don't do anything to it, just put it in the oven and cook it at a low temperature for a longer period of time, obviously. So you're not going to cook it at 350 because you don't want the outside to get burnt. Cook it at 250 for a longer period of time. Let it heat up so that way, instead of cooking it hot on the outside and then it gets burnt on the outside, or then you baste it and it gets all rubbery and leathery, and then it doesn't cook well in certain parts. Cook it at a lower temperature for a longer period of time. Put the turkey in the oven, 250, let it sit. Go check on it every once in a while. See what's going on with the skin. And then, as it's getting closer to being fully cooked, that's when you take all of you can start with a dry rub. Dry rub it first. So take all of your spices. Then pull it out of the oven, let it sit for a second, then dry rub it. Put it back in the oven. Let it cook a little further until it starts to really get a little brown. Then take your butter and whatever, garlic and whatever else you want, and then you do a wet rub on top of that. And then put it back in again. So you're cooking it 3 different times. And the third time you put it in is when you turn the temperature up. That's when you want the crispy outside of it. Like you want it crunchy. And if you want to get really fresh with it, when you're dry rubbing it, use a little bit of starch or flour, or starch and flour. If you want that crunchy, like you go to the little bodega or the shop that got you want the outside crunchy, you can do it the whole turkey. Do your whole dry rub with a little bit of flour, a little bit of starch. Put that on the outside. That's fun. Or you can just stick with the dry rub. I like just stick with the dry rub. And then after maybe another, I don't know, we'll see, maybe 40 minutes, still at 250 because you're still cooking it. Then you go ahead and do the wet rub on it. And then you turn up the heat, 350. And as it's getting closer to the end, turn it up even higher. Then the outside gets super crispy. And then you pull it out when it probably take 6 hours rather than 4. Depends on your size of your turkey, but we'll walk over here and show you. Let's see what we got going on. See if I can set this up properly. I don't even know if I'll be able to set the camera up right. We'll see. Let's find out. It's all real time. We'll see. Come join me. No. Come join me. Welcome to my kitchen. There you go. There it is. Let's see. Let's get this. All right. I think that should be good. Here it is. So, turkey's in the oven. It's been in here for about let's see, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours it's been in me. Let's see what we got going on. So there's the turkey. It's not completely cooked by any means. It's getting there. Get out of the way. You hear that? It's not rubber, it's not leathery. We've cooked it well. What I'll do is use some of this is a magical spice mixture that I made a while ago. And I can't tell you exactly what's in here, but I'm sure it's going to be excellent. I also have a few other spices here if I want to add, but I think I've already put these in there. So I got chili powder, some oregano. You want to stick with the green things at the end because you don't want them to burn. You can use spices that are already done. So I would take the green things, rosemary, oregano, and I have thyme somewhere in here. Is it already up here? What have I done with the thyme? Where is it all gone? Huh. Well, oh, here it is. Look at that. It's sitting right in front of our face. A little thyme. So these will go on last. And I already have paprika and chili powder in here. So put these away. Always clean up as you go. And just so you can see what we're working with here, for the wet rub later, this is vital. This is vital right here. See that blackness? That's what you need. Then we got a little bit of chili habanero. You can never go wrong with Crystal hot sauce. This is the stuff right here. And for anybody that's like, where is the Tabasco? Tabasco is not hot sauce. It's vinegar with spices in it. It's terrible. And then these two. Yeah. And then keep it fresh with the Cholula. So this will be my wet rub for later, but I'm going to do it now because I'm going to let this cool down because I don't want to touch it right now. It's too hot. Let's get a little Cholula. We got my man Tapatio. Don't forget about Tapatio. You could call this a little Cajun cooking, you know? It's different around here. The mainstay will be this Crystal hot sauce. But what are you doing? What are you doing to that? What are you doing to that turkey? Oh, always shake up your hot sauces too, because sometimes you get a little funk at the top. There you go. Ooh, that's gonna be good. This is the Iguana Gold, golden habanero. And then we got this is the island pepper sauce. This is another. Oh, it's very. Oh, this is the same one. All right, what am I doing here? I didn't realize I had two of those. Well, we got chili habanero. That's what I got left of that. That's the green chili. The green ghost chilies. So this will be this garbage, and the most important part, the hot sauce from El Yucateco, the Black Label Reserve. And because I prefer garlicky flavors, go ahead and a little garlic powder in there. Even though that's going to go in the dry rub too. Because I did not put garlic in here before, just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and garlic this up. And it should be cool enough where I can touch it now. So I think I've already got everything I need in here. I wish I could tell you every ingredient, but that's it's this home cooking right here. Ginger. Should I do ginger maybe a little bit? We'll see. Let's find out. And if you really need good butter, it's the Kerrygold joint. This is the stuff right here. And this dry rub is not going to stay on here unless I put a little bit of butter on it first. So I'm going to go ahead and just lube it up. Lube up your fucking chicken, yo. Or your turkey, whatever the fuck you're cooking. Yeah, you gotta make love to that thing. You gotta get in there. A little warm still left. Now you could, right here at this point in time, use oil because it has a lower, it has a higher smoke point, which means it's gonna burn at a higher temperature. But I'm still cooking it at 250, so I'm not really worried about the butter burning too much. Okay, so there we got the bird all. Oh, there we go. Got the bird all lubed up here. Wash these hands off real quick, and then we're gonna dry rub it. This turkey is about to be crazy excellent. Y'all getting hungry, I know. So there you go. Dry these hands. This wet rub later is gonna be nice because I'm gonna use this butter and all of this delicious. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. I might have to make a little more. And don't ever forget, you need a little bit of vinegar in there. I know there's already vinegar in the sauces, but just a little touch of vinegar is gonna really help that out. So that's for later. And fresh cracked pepper. I didn't want to crack this earlier because you want the oil still in there. It will dry out. This is why you don't use regular pepper. We're about to rub this bird down. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, exactly. I didn't see what you said, but I know. Now you can see what's going on here. I mean, you got flavored things, man. I mean, what you gonna do? You need a turkey. It's not even got any seasoning on it. Come on. Make sure you get your hand under there. It's like, oh, look at, oh. And that the juices now from the turkey that's come out it's just a little bit of water, but it's going to mix up on the bottom, and we're going to use that later to make a gravy. Imagine that. Is this right? Is this how you do this? Is this how you? I don't know. I've never done this before. Let's find out. Let's see. Uh-oh. Can't forget the bottom. Can't forget the bottom of that bird. There we go. Okay, so there you go. Properly lubricated and dry rubbed turkey. I didn't rub it, but it's gonna do the job. We got enough that after I wet rub it later, we're gonna put a little more of that dry seasoning on top and cook it for just a little bit longer. So it's like basically 4 to 5 cookings. So we still at 250. Don't forget to put these back on because you don't want to touch that hot pan. I've done that plenty of times. I don't have fingerprints anymore. So look at this boy right here. Look at this birdie. Look at that birdie right there. Look at that. Just birds. Oh, and I did spill a little bit of water, but oh well. We're in the kitchen. We get to clean up. All right, put that back in there, and voila. So 250. I might turn up just a little bit, and always clean as you go to make sure. Oh. Most important thing, nutmeg for later. Nutmeg will go on top of that. And I've got to clean up in here. Look at this. Could you imagine being in a kitchen and making a mess? No fucking way. That never happens. And we won't end this show here. If you guys want to chat about whatever ridiculous shit, we'll do that. What about it? Oh, and here, you know what? I have a dog, which is great. So she'll come over and slurp up the delicious seasoning off the floor. Oh yeah, you're gonna get so much of that turkey. Good job. Way to go. This is what happens this is behind the scenes footage of how to cook a turkey. I mean, most people are probably not a slob like me, spilling things all over the floor. But these things happen. So how is everybody's Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, sure. Day before Thanksgiving? Should we actually be celebrating with turkeys? I don't know. What is the symbology behind that? Is there a symbology behind that? Was there a reason for turkeys to be slaughtered to speak about the, I don't know, when the natives, their land was stolen by the Slavics that came over on boats, and I don't know, is that what really happened? I don't know. But we're gonna eat anyways. And what I'm going to eat is going to be lobster, because for the most part, whenever I cook a turkey, it's for everybody else. But if I'm eating, I'm making lobster tomorrow. I'm gonna show you the craziest lobster dish ever. Lobster. Oh man, if you could smell this right now, it smells gorgeous. And don't worry, we got lemons for later too, because the lemon, well, I got some fresh ones in there. That's gonna be nice. Wet rub, cardamom, dry rub for later. Okay, I'm gonna take this out here and put it in there. Oh, my flies get in there, huh? Oh, and here, so you guys know, here's a little trick. See this right here? So take turmeric, garlic, onions, hot pepper, vinegar, ginger, and any ad hoc item you want. Blend it up, and this right here is the remedy for anything. You got a cold, you got a flu, you don't want to get a cold, you don't get a flu, drink this as often as you can. It's high test. These are fun little glasses, check them out. So you can measure out how much you need. Let's find out what's going on here. Like a tablespoon is more than enough. And it's pretty delicious, I like it. Hot, spicy, and the little living, the mother of the apple cider vinegar is in there. Alright, I'll be with you all in 1 second. I'm just cleaning the counter. Clean as you go is the most important part about it. If you want to know how to cook right, everything else, the technique and everything else is secondary to cleaning as you go, because you don't want, it's kind of like having a desktop, you know? You don't want shit in your way. Just clean as you go. It makes it, then you don't got to do dishes later. You don't got to worry about cleaning up when you're done. Still with a clean kitchen, look at that. Okay, come join me. We'll go over here. And I'll show you how to make a hot buttered rum too, maybe. Come join me. Back to stage placement 1. Here we go. What do we got going on here? Let's see. All right. There. Is that good? Is that fair? Yeah. I'll show you the hot buttered rum recipe in a second, because I had this rum that was just awful. It was just awful. I'll show you the rum. Let me see. I don't want to. Yeah, I'll show you. I don't give a fuck. I don't support this company or not support them. This Japanese rum is just tragic. It smells perfect. It smells like sugar cane, but drinking it, like right now that I'm gonna do this out the bottle, it's almost undrinkable. It's just atrocious. So what you can do is make a hot buttered rum out of this, or any rum that you have for that matter. You probably want something a little more dark and thick, something syrupy. And you'll take a cinnamon, ginger, aniseed. You're basically using Indian spices. Ginger, cinnamon, aniseed, star anise if you want, cardamom, those types of flavors. And you put that in some water, boil it down, and then you could use a bay leaf if you're really fresh with it. And then after you've cooked it down for 15 minutes, put a lid on it too, so that way you don't lose all of the oils and the aromas. Put a lid on it, boil it a little bit, take the lid off, let a little bit of, so you can, because if you leave the lid on, it's only going to recycle, right? But that's going to keep most of the flavor in there. Take the lid off, boil it down a little more, and you got that perfect flavor in there. Then add some sugar or honey. You don't want to add the honey if it's raw when it's hot, because then you'll destroy all the good shit in the honey. But sugar it up, like maybe a tablespoon. If you're making 1 glass, you want like a tablespoon per glass. And then you want to add a tablespoon of butter, a teaspoon of sugar, a tablespoon of butter, and then whisk it like with like an egg whisk. Whisk that all together, and then add this. That's good. You could turn this into something drinkable. And I'll put this away because, ugh. Try it again. It's still fucking undrinkable. But you can make even the worst things better just by becoming an alchemist. So, in the spirit of in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I'm gonna go ahead and drink myself, even though somebody thinks this is an egg cup. It's a shot glass, and some roadside mezcal from Mexico City. This is like full on, like somebody brewed this in their backyard. This is. Let's see if it's even drinkable. I've only had it with the salt and the so they use like, I think they use dried ground up worm and salt. And here's my little crystal skull. So lick here like a cat. And then I got this little boot with the salt and the flavors and the worm. Some people lick it afterwards. Some people lick before. I don't know. I do both. So I've got my... Let's see if it's drinkable to begin with. No, it tastes like Band-Aids. It tastes like medicine. So... and it's gone. Oh, there's still left. Okay, there it is. So happy Thanksgiving and Day of the Dead too. What do they call that? Didn't we already celebrate that? Oh, hey, let me put my shit away before I spill something here, and I'll be back. And if I could wrap up some of this turkey that's about to be so fucking amazing, I would send it to y'all. But like, I don't know, how would you do that? Would I freeze dry it? That's ridiculous. Would I put it in like a Ziploc bag? It's not gonna work. Yeah, that's how we eat though. I will send it to you. It's just not gonna be as good. So let me scroll through your comments, see who's here. What's going on, Carson? Alive and awake. What's up, Jessica? Jessica, how long will I cook it total? Well, I think that is... I picked it up like a bowling ball, and I know how much a bowling ball weighs, and it was more than a bowling ball. So it was maybe closer to 20 pounds. So if I was cooking at 350, it would be like 4 hours. 4.5. But because I'm cooking at 250 in stages, probably between 6 and 7 hours, maybe 8. It really depends. It's you know, the way the bird's built. I don't know. But probably 8 hours in total. We'll see. What's up, David Mannion? What's up, Angel Wood? Jay Quinn, no salt. I didn't use any salt on it because I would leave that up to... It's gonna... Here, what salt's gonna do anyways? It's gonna dehydrate the bird. It's gonna pull moisture out. So you don't... Anything you're cooking that you want to be drier, like think about when you cook, let's say, spinach. You put a little salt on it so it helps to pull some of the moisture out. Or like tomatoes, it's pulling moisture out of it. So you don't want to put salt on something to begin with. It depends on what you're cooking, right? Leave that to the end. So if somebody wants to add the flavor profile of getting extra flavor out of the meat, put it on at the end. Put it on, wait until you cut it, and then sprinkle it, just dust it with a little bit of salt. Don't put it on the beginning, because it's not even really gonna, it's all it's gonna do is sit on the outside and pull moisture out of it. You don't want that. So don't use any salt. No, I should have slapped the bird. I should have slapped it. I should have. And Jay Marley, did I urinate on the bird? Fuck it, maybe for the wet rub. You want to get really crazy with it? I'll piss on the fucking bird. You want to do that live? I'll do it. Will it add something to it? Maybe, because it's a little bit more... depends on what my pH of my piss is right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's closer to water right now and more like... or if it's a little more salty. Because what did I have yesterday? Oh, I ate shit yesterday. Oh, man. Oh, I'm not going to tell you what I ate yesterday. You would be like, I will never listen to you again because you ate that yesterday. I ate something horrible last night. Haha. Fire Drake. Wet and dry. Wet and dry. Wet and dry. Hot and cold. Hot and cold. No. It's going to be nice. It's going to be super nice. What I might do if I get really, really funky with it is take one of my chopsticks and jam it in to the turkey and then put some butter in there. So that way the butter, the fats in the butter start to, at the end. So like the last portion of the cooking, chopstick, jam some butter in there, and that'll be extra different. What's up, Witch Moon? Turkey feather Orion connection. I was asking the question because I'm not very familiar. I mean, I don't have the answer to that. I was asking to ask myself at the same time, you know. I don't know the connection between Orion and Turkey, although that would... Orion is... I don't know. I'll look into that. What's up, Percy? You know what's funny is the person that got me that. It's a funny story of how I got that turkey because I would never have bought one. So the chick I'm kind of dating, she was like, yesterday she was working, and she works at this like old folks home, and apparently, you know, like there's some New Orleans hip hop groups, some pretty popular ones that came through with a bunch of turkeys. And was like handing them out and blah blah blah, and there was like leftover, like they had a couple extras, and she's like, "Do you want a turkey?" I was like, "What are you fucking talking about?" Yeah, and I asked her, I was like, "Do I want a turkey? Do I have to walk it? Do I need a leash for it? I mean, I don't know if I have enough room. I don't know if Meatwad's gonna like it." And she's like, "No, it's already it's frozen. It's already good to go." And I was like, "I'm kidding," and she's like, "Yeah, I know," but so she brought me a turkey, and she had left it in the car for the evening, and I woke up in the morning. I was like, you left that turkey in the car, and she's like, oh fuck, you think it's still good? I was like, no, it's perfectly unthawed at this point. So we woke up, I got the turkey out the car, came in here, and I just like turned the oven on, threw it in the oven, and it was still frozen in the middle. So it's still good. It wasn't like sitting there for like 3 days on like a whole fucking beat up ass turkey. So that's how I got the turkey. It was a gift from people that I have yet to meet. Ooh, if you could smell this right now, I might even turn it. Just give me 1 second. I think I need to turn it down to about 200 because I really don't want to burn the outside of it. I turned it up to 275. Let's get it down like 200. Oh, that's good. Because I have as much time as needed because Thanksgiving is until tomorrow anyway, so I'd rather cook it at a low temperature for longer than overcook, like fry the outside and not get the, it's like when you deep fry food, the middle stays cooler and the outside is hot as anything. It's like there was the biggest festival, the biggest food festival I thought was in New Orleans, but it's not. It's actually in Evansville, Indiana. And if you ever gone there, like people are big, like there's big people, extra, like it's like it's very flat land. Everything is suburbanite. You got suburbanite and ghetto, and it's just you know, there's strip malls everywhere, and you've got to drive places. So it's like that kind of town, right? And they have the biggest street food festival in the country. And what they do is they take frozen butter and deep fry that joint. They deep fry butter. So the idea here is you can take anything and freeze it and then deep fry it. As long, I mean, you got to be careful with the deep fryer. You can't really be doing it in your kitchen because putting frozen shit in it's gonna cause a little chaos. You gotta put a coating on the outside. You gotta put a little something like a little crispy on the outside. You gotta put a little flour or something on the outside because you can really cause a problem. Don't do that in your house. I'm not suggesting to deep fry butter in your house. That's crazy, and especially because you're deep frying butter. Can I put oil on the butter? I guess so. Can I turn up the heat and get a crispy outside of the butter and just eat butter? I guess you can do that. I've never had it. I've just heard that exists. So where was I going with this? To say how to cook a turkey and why you cook things at a lower temperature. Slow and low is the way you make ribs. Slow and low. Lower temperature. High rack. If you're... Depends on, what you're cooking out of. A clay oven or a regular oven. If you got electric versus gas, that's way different, because electric, you got the heater element on the top and the bottom, so you need to put the turkey towards the bottom. If you have a gas stove, it's different because the heat's rising. In an electric oven, the heat, even though it's at the top, because it's coming from both directions, so it cooks differently. So you need to drop the turkey down in an electric oven versus a gas, versus clay oven versus like outside. So there's different things. But the lower you cook something at, the moister and more tender the meat will stay. I mean, it goes for vegetables too. I mean, we talk about meat like I eat that shit every day, like obviously eating veggies is better, but get in there, eat. And that's what you're here to do. You're here to consume the world that you created. So low and slow for the longer period of time. If you were to sous vide something, you put it in water that is just above the point of bacteria being existing. So you cook it to about like 100 and I think the temperature it's kind of like making chocolate. When you're making chocolate, you heat it up so you don't kill the living things in chocolate to about 108 degrees. But if you're sous videing something, you want it above 118. If someone wants to look this up, there's these two levels. You have 108 and beneath, I think, for making chocolate, so you don't destroy any of the beneficial enzymes. You want something like 118 or above to kill off of the bacteria. There's this weird window right there where chocolate below that, meat above a certain temperature. And so that's sous videing. So you put something in water that is at a constant temperature for a very long period of time. But you can do it in the oven. It's going to be it's kind of like beef jerky, right? It's kind of like if you make something, you get a food dehydrator. It's a similar concept. Like a dehydrator takes like 3 days. You're letting the air out and you're heating something up, and then all of a sudden you got beef jerky. And you just leave beef jerky out you can just set it on the floor. It's going to be good in a week, 2 weeks, a month, as long as you don't have a dog that's going to eat it. But if you put meat in the oven, if you put it at a high temperature, you're going to cook it, and it's going to be good. It's good to go, but you're going to kill most everything. It's going to kill the flavor. It's going to pull the moisture out. So cook something at a low temperature for a very long time, then add it's not just put it all together. Let's put the butter on it. Let's do all this, because it's a process to cook. If you're going to cook for 4 hours a turkey, then you should take 4 hours cooking. It shouldn't be put it in the oven and don't think about it until the beeper goes off. Put it in the oven, 2 hours, check on it, and then, okay, what do I need to do next? You're kind of like, all right, it's a dry rub now, wet rub. Do I put butter in it? How's it going? Turn up temperature, turn it down. You have to know, like that's alchemy. You're adjusting, you're constantly adjusting the flavor profile and the temperature you're using. So, there's cooking 101 lesson. Cooking with Pan, the fucking goat god. Turmeric, oregano. Turmeric, oregano is nice. There's a little bit of turmeric in the mixture that I made. The other night I made a video, and I was gonna make some food, just with my leftovers in the fridge, and I made that dry rub for like about a week ago, and I was like, make this. I saw, so I was videotaping me putting it all together, explaining what I was doing, and then the video got fucking corrupted. So I was like, damn it. I was gonna make some food, so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make the food now. Let's just put the dry rub away, and I'll use it for something else. And so that's why I can't tell you what's in it. I just forget. There was a bunch of different really awesome herbs and spices in there. But again, most importantly, if you're gonna make a turkey, the green. If you're using something fresh, you have to use it at the end. You might only put it in the oven for a minute or two, just to get some of the, because you don't want to ruin any of the oils. You put the, if you're using fresh herbs, put it on the turkey at the end, and then put it back in the oven just to heat it up a little bit. You don't want like just dry or just like fresh herbs on top. That'd be kind of weird. You want it like to be part of the. It's gonna put some of the oils into the turkey, right? So only like a minute. But if you're using dry green items, you can put those on at the end, but you don't want to put them on at the beginning because they're just gonna burn them, and it's not. You're not gonna get any of the flavor out of it. What you're gonna be. You want toasted. Thyme. You want like burnt ass rosemary. It's not. It's gonna taste the same, but you want to taste the rosemary and the thyme. Put it on at the end, so that way you have to actually pay attention. Put your green stuff on at the end. Put the dried spices on in the middle. Yeah, making sense. Rum, Percy. Did you mention rum? I did. I was gonna make a hot buttered rum. I don't know if you heard me about the recipe for hot buttered rum, but you're gonna have to go and find that. I'm not gonna repeat it. Hot buttered rum, man. A good rum and butter and basically Indian spices. I wouldn't use turmeric in that. I would use just the standard nutmeg, cardamom, ginger, cinnamon, maybe a little heat, but I don't know. And what did I say? Cinnamon and aniseed. There you go. I've never fully immersed myself into the rums because I know that when I do, it's one of these. Erg. You get the it's like you're texting somebody at like the weirdest hour. You're like, I'm kind of sober, but I'm also completely drunk and I don't know what I'm doing. This is a bad idea. Rum is fun. I just never really got into rum drinks. They're often too sweet for me. As I'm sitting here drinking sweet wine. Hey. It does taste like mayonnaise. Hey, give me 1 second. I'm at Witch Moon's 4 o'clock. Let me see. How far I'm 24 minutes behind. Sorry. See, we're back in the zen being 24 minutes behind because I ramble on about fucking incoherent, ridiculous, dumb. Well, no, actually, it was all pretty good. It was all very relevant to what we were talking about. Let me pour myself another beverage, check on the turkey, and I'll come back and continue on with your words. I wish I had some more wine right now. Wait, I don't wish. Hold on. Let's see if I can get someone to bring me some wine. White wine. Okay. Good. Oh man, this fucking turkey smells so good right now. Oh, you guys it's about to get crazy because I'm gonna use watermelon. Because part of this, I'm gonna use a watermelon. I'm gonna add a little sugar and watermelon to it. Yeah, that makes sense. And I got coconut juice. So sugar, watermelon, and coconut juice. That's what I need. Makes sense now. And we were just talking about rum, even though I don't have any rum, but I do have these tiny little bottles of. We were just talking about rum, Jamaican ginger beer. This shit right here. This will clean you right out if you got any sinus issues. That is fucking hot. Anybody that doesn't understand, ginger is hot. It's hot. Spicy beef. And this is really good. Let me see the thing. There's cane sugar, potassium sorbate, and sodium benzenate. Oh fuck, ascorbic acid is fine, but the other two are kind of weird. Yeah, it's fine. It's getting the job done. And we have this. This is this is straight out of a tiny little four pack of these flavors. There was two mezcal, or it was all four mezcals, but there was a white mezcal, which was weird to me. I'd never seen that. This is drinkable, like straight out the bottle. Yeah, see, you guys have seen me drink before. Like I always make a silly face. Like this is super drinkable. It doesn't bother me. Huh. That's good medicine right there. Okay, what were we talking about? Absolutely nothing and everything at the same time, huh? Oh, hold on. I gotta deal with that. I don't use a timer too often because I'd rather just. I mean, if you're in the kitchen cooking, then you don't need a timer. If anybody's timing things when they're in the kitchen doing like chefing work, like you don't know what you're doing. But if it's like a 7 hour turkey, you better, you might fall asleep, take a nap, blah blah blah. You want the beeper to go off. Slice of lime, I can work with that, but I don't have any. I have lemon. I just don't require it. Usually, if I'm drinking tequila or mezcal, just put it in a glass. Like I walk in somewhere and like I'll order tequila or mezcal, like salt and lime. I'm like, no salt, no lime. Don't even worry about it. Like just put it in a glass, I'll drink it. I mean, the lime is nice, but the salt usually doesn't help me. I don't like it. I don't like margaritas with salt. I don't like them with sugar. I don't want none of that shit. I just want the margarita. But the lime and lemon goes a long way. Happy Father's Day. Oh shit! Do I have them right here? Hey, look at that! Happy Father's Day. Here, put it over here. Oh, it's gotta go up this way. Let's go over here. No, you're not gonna be able to see it. Oh, fuck it. I'll rock this. If I go out anywhere, I'll rock this. It's not the right feather, but we can rock it anyways. Johnny, thank you. Ask the turkey how long. It was already frozen, so I don't think it could talk anymore. If it was already living, I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna chop your neck off and eat you right now. Like, how long should I cook you? He'd be like, I'll be dead, so my body probably take like. Canterbury, two of your turkeys wouldn't fit in a 25 pound bag. I don't know how we're gonna cook them. Canterbury, if you're still here, I'll answer that question. You need to give me more information. I don't know if you're saying that as a joke or if you really literally have two turkeys that are 20 pounds plus a piece. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that one out. Carson, what did I eat last night? Just trash. Like I went to a concert, an amazing, amazing, amazing concert. I don't know if you know the group. It's called 1975. And I only listened to a little bit of their music, and I was not really thoroughly impressed. But I was going with pretty much my future wife, even though like I'm not gonna get married to her, but like some chick that's like supermodel material, like perfect, like not just physically, but like mentally, and she's spiritually like precise. And she's like, "Come to this concert with me," and I was like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "Oh, you don't want to go?" I was like, "No, I want to go. I just don't know the music like that." So it's weird going to a concert you don't know the music, so you can't like jive off with it. You can't just like, you know. But we went and it was excellent. It was really well put together. The concert was like whoever prepared the concert, and the singer was really great too. He had a good set of fucking chords on him. And it was we were up in the bleacher seats, like we were out, but it was nice because we were away from all of the insanity that was going on. It wasn't quite mosh pit insanity, but it was pretty good. Um, anyway, so I did that last night, and we got kind of fucking lit up at the concert. And then the drive home included a drive-through. I'll just give you that much. I'm not going to tell you exactly. We went through a drive-through. It was just what needed to be done at the time, you know. I would have cooked at home, but it's like, yeah, we almost there. Let's just stop the drive-through. So there's your answer. Johnny, did I eat a cat? No, never eat cats. 6.7 is my pH. A little acidic. Is it? Yeah. Did you say hasidic or acidic? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, that's very, you know, Percy. You're very perceptive, Percy. And I love the fact that I call you Percy now, even though I used to really enjoy calling you by your original. I mean, not your original, but the first name that you had on the YouTubes. But I'll call you Percy now. Um, it's funny that you said that because the chick that I'm with was talking about, like, we were talking about pH levels of, you know, the under region, right? And how, like, different, you know, different times of the month the pH levels are different, and depending on what you're eating, and that's interesting. And she was talking about, like, having to, like, eat yogurt, and it's that time of the month, and, like, how to solve for a balancing out bodily pH levels. Yeah, interesting you said that. You got a chihuahua, a chihuahua, a chihuahua. Carson, I think that if there was anybody that could own a chihuahua, and make it not a like, maybe you could. I've never had a problem with the chihuahua, but it's always barky and very. Chihuahua's got two ways of being, right? It's either barking or shaking. I don't get it. I think maybe because it's so small and fearful of the world. I don't know. A meatwad has met a lot of small dogs, and the dogs are always like, "Oh my god, this dog is not gonna eat me," and then it's like it kind of backs away and then kind of plays with meatwad, and like, this big dog's letting me play with it. And meatwad's like sitting there like, "Yeah, it's cool," and it's so funny to watch. And the owner's like, "Oh my god, you have a big black dog. She's a pit bull. Blah blah blah." And I'm like, "She's fine. Like, just let the dogs play." And the dog is like looking at the owner like, "Can I play with this big thing?" It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, chihuahuas are interesting creatures. It's creeping up to 7 now. But if yeah, I mean, I'm on a good mode here because I got the ginger beer, which is kind of matching the, yeah, it's good because the ginger, um, well, I mean, there's also some chemicals in there, so we have like a little bit of the ginger, which is a certain pH, and then we have the chemicals in there that are really acidifying that. But then, um, mm, cheers, everybody. So if you guys can ever find this, it's really, really fucking. It, it might be expensive. I don't know. To me, it tastes very high scale. It tastes very, very excellent. Usually mezcal, when people first do it, they're like, that's too much bitter, medicinal element. I like this. I'm gonna go throw this at somebody. No, I only throw fruit at people. I don't throw glass bottles. That's ridiculous. No. Do I test my pit? No, I don't do. No, none of that. I trust myself. If I can eat it, I can eat it. If I don't want to eat it, I won't eat it. No, I don't. I do have. I have. I have a pH testing strip. Do you want me to go grab it? I'll show you. I'll show you the two that are very. These are important. People should try it just to see once. I'll show you. Let me see if I got them. Okay, so you got normal pH testing strips. I don't know what I did with them, and then you got these ones, right? You see these ones? So they give you a bunch of different readings. I'll show you. I'm not gonna go piss on it right now. I mean, I'll check it in a second. Maybe I'll show you. I don't fucking know. And there's, so you piss on this, and it will give you a bunch of different colors, and they do it in different time segments. So you can actually, so you don't have to like write them all down at once. You're not just like, like the first one takes like 10 seconds, the next one takes like 15, and then blah blah blah. And it will give you the leukocytes, the nitrate, the urobilinogen, the proteins, your pH, your blood, your specific gravity, your ketone, your bilirubin, and your glucose levels. The times I've used these, it's always in order, so I just don't really use them. It's just for other people. Like if you're like, hey, you want to see what the fuck's going on with your urine, which isn't quite correct, because your urine's going to come out pretty much right most of the time, unless you're real fucked up. Whereas your blood will tell you something a little bit different, because that's before it's been processed. So your piss, if your piss comes out wrong in here, you're mad fucked up, and you need to fix something. I've never had anything out of the ordinary range in these things. But your blood will tell you a lot more, because it hasn't been processed and filtered. It's like putting something through a centrifuge. Once you do that, you've already pulled the things apart. Now you have the good parts. And if some of the extra shit got stuck in there, well, yeah. So yeah, check these out, man. They're not that expensive. These are supposedly, like, they tell this. I've had these since like 2014. It was supposed to be gone bad in 2016, but I'm pretty sure I could piss on it and still work. They just want you to buy more, you know what I mean? Anyways, okay. So there's pH level shit. Can you smell what the Zen is cooking? Can you smell what the Zen is cooking? How does he do that? I can't do it with the eyebrow. I actually do it with one of my eyebrows sometimes when I'm talking. I think I do it with this one. I can't do anything on command. I don't know how to do it. It's just it comes natural. See, oh, I just did it. You seen that? There it was again. I did it, and then as soon as I noticed I did it, I can't do it again. It's kind of like whenever you're gonna throw. You're like, you got a piece of paper you balled up, and you put it and you throw it in the trash can. And you're like, and you make it, and you're like, how the fuck? Or you throw a dart and it hits the bullseye. How did that happen? Even though you know that. What do they call it? Beginner's luck? That's beginner's luck is always being in the moment. That's what that is. Fire Jake, you're little nephew. I mean, in every way, I suppose it is, huh? It is, in fact, you. I realized, Percy, you said that you could see that he could see angels. Yeah, I may somebody posted something earlier, and I found it very interesting about the characters in movies that I respond to and people's names that they've given me. And it is always like a demon or Lucifer. And someone had broke down the name demon, Lucifer, Satan, and the devil. And I was like, no one's really called me the, like, people jokingly have said, oh, you the devil, huh? But no one's called me Satan. No one really calls me devil. They call me Lucifer, or they call me a demon. But if you look up those words, demon and Lucifer, I'll post it on my Instagram after this. It's very fucking funny. I was like, people always call me Lucifer or a demon or a daemon. Very funny. The feather and the fall of Orion. Interesting. I'm very interested about it. Yeah. No. If you can remind me again, because like I'm in the middle of cooking and this show, and also slightly intoxicated, maybe like a 4. So I don't know that I'm gonna remember the. Let me see if I can do this. Feather Orion. Is it still in there? Okay. Feather. Why is? I'll go like this. Hey, let me see if I can use a tactile function of memory. Why is this here? This is here to remind me of the connection between feathers and Orion. That's what that's there for. Okay, cool. Got it. Done. Evansville is a really bland place. I've been there. It's not. It's just flatlands, man. It's cool. I mean, there's some shit to do there. There's a river there. I think the river from Evansville comes all the way down to the Mississippi. I think that's part of it. I'm not sure, but It's cool. It's cool. I couldn't imagine living there. It would. Whoa. I need a little bit of city life, you know. What's up, Hood 369? I ain't seen you in a bit. What's going on? Four bottles of rum between three. Yeah. Whoa. That's heavy duty. I mean, the only the, I've done bottles of vodka to the head. You know what I mean? Like that. I think I've done a couple videos doing a bottle of vodka. I mean, it was over the course of a day, but it was still a challenge. But four bottles and three do. Wow. I like to mix it up. If I'm drinking straight liquor, I like wine with it too. I like a little wine just to kind of, because it's just it's sharp. You know what I mean? Like heavy alcohol, you want to. I don't want beer with my alcohol really. I don't like a beer and a shot. I get it. Like a cheap beer and a shot of JMO or whatever people would do. I get it. Get off of work, get to it, and sip on a beer. But I'd rather drink wine and have a little liquor. Yeah. Ah, Jupiter, what's going on? This does not look like cooking. You missed the Jupiter if you're still here. Hannah, hi Hannah. It's nice to see you. Um, Go to the beginning of the video. I showed you the turkey. I'm just waiting for the second round of rubbing down the turkey with hot buttered oils and such. We'll see. What's up? Who's this? Oh, Curtis from Fresno. What's up, man? Peace out, Witch Moon. I guess I'm so far behind. You gotta eat. You gotta, yeah, give up smoking and eat it. I mean, you still gotta have a little breath. You gotta have the fire breath once in a while. When Hannah said that, it made me think of how many times when you were children did the grandmother actually spike the cookies with. I mean, this is real. This is a real question. I wonder, especially if you're in a witchy family. How many times did the grandmother spike the cookies with weed to keep you high? Right? How many kids were stayed high because of weed cookies? The grandma. And why would you go to the house and grandma would have cookies and you'd eat them, but your parents never would? Just a question. Just a question. I don't know the answer to that. I would suppose though, the parents are like, gotta drive home, keep the kid high. Hey grandma, can you make those cookies? Yeah, I'll bake those cookies. Maybe, maybe. Now don't things look a little different to people? Ah, Trivoli, what's going on, man or woman, whatever you are? I was reading one of your comments earlier on one of my posts, and I was like, what's going on? I was watching one of my old videos, and I'd seen you were there. What's up, man? Or woman, or thing, or dog, or cat? Save some for a friend who's a Rasta but doesn't know it yet. Isn't that funny when you know who people are, but they're not haven't developed into who they are? Like, you kind of hippie, you kind of a Rasta. Okay, yeah, you definitely. And you have people that are trying to be hippie or trying to be Rasta or trying to be whatever the fuck, and you're like, no, you've got the wrong attire on. Don't do that. Ridiculous. Well, at 15, you know, like a dog at that age is going to be chilled out and medicated, hopefully. And thank you. Smash the bottle over someone. You know what? Speaking of smashing a bottle over someone's head, I'm going to go find another one of these. Look at that. I did. What do we have here? Now this is a white mezcal, which I didn't realize existed, but let's find out what's happening here. Opa! Dude, do you dare me to just look at? Okay, you guys want to see how large my nostrils are? Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do this. No, I can't do it. That would burn the fuck out of my brain. Can't do it right now. It ain't that kind of party. Any boogers on here? Hold on. That is surprisingly drinkable too. I'm gonna try to get. If you guys would just stop for a second so I get to the end here. I know I babble on, so if you just give me a second to get to the end so I can be like in the same timeline as you guys rather than commenting on. Let's see, it's 4:47 and I'm looking at comments from 4. Oh, okay, we're close. Good. I'm almost there. Thank you, Hannah. I do. That was so egotistical of me. It's not me. It's the camera actually makes me look better than I actually do. So. Fire Jake, did I show which necklace? You talking about this one up here or my bigger one? What's up, Katesh? Is that Katesh? Yeah, what's up? Holy shit, Percy, I'm digging you on Marky Mark's alter ego. That's interesting because Marky Mark plays a very soft-sided kind of gentle creature, but they are about the same height, same build, same voice. Very interesting. They don't look too much alike. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, that would make sense. I've been to Wahlberg's too. Cool place. I really liked it. It was when I lived at the beach. Cool place. I'm thinking about that now. Huh. Maybe he is. Marky Mark always wanted to be what the Mayan Jin is. Love Katesh. I would appreciate for you and your benefit if you'd watch the beginning of the video where I explain you should not brine the turkey. You don't do all that. I explain it very simply at the beginning. Feel free to go check it out. I wouldn't do it. If you look, you want to see the turkey? It's in the oven. I'll show you in a second. I got like 10, 15 more minutes, and I'll show you. Breathe out booze. Look at that. We right at the end. Now you all may talk. Mezcal and MDMA gets into big trouble. Mezcal and MDMA. Yeah. Oh, have I done those both together? I can't say. Maybe not. Although I don't know how to tell this story. Let's see. Yeah, there's been a few adventures with those things. Separate and together for sure. Oh, Brian, bake. Okay. Yeah, watch the beginning of the video. If you're gonna just brine it later in the cooking process, that's all. That's all. You know, don't put all of the extra shit on it to begin with because you don't want the skin to be like. You want a nice crispy outside, so do it. Cook it for a while. pull it out of the oven, then put it on. So that way it'll get crispy and brown at the end. If you put it in the beginning, it's just going to cause the skin to, the fats and all, everything that's going on within the structure of the skin is going to get all like rubbery and leathery and weird. So do that later. You am drugs. We is drugs. We been done drugs a long time ago. Yeah, Katesh, do that. Like, just watch the beginning of the video. I promise you, like, this video isn't just me talking a bunch of dumb shit. At the beginning of the video, if anybody was still here, the bacon fat, use the bacon fat again. If you're gonna use the bacon fat, make the bacon separate. Then, like, but don't cook it all the way. Just get some of the fat drippings off of it, and then use the bacon fat later in the process, because and then, you know, then you can put the bacon on it. Just leave it for the end. Half cook it. Take the bacon fat, then put it on, because the fats are gonna work. Yeah, don't put it in the beginning. Are you also gonna do pineapple and cherries? Because I mean, pineapple and cherries is not just for ham, although it is the best on ham. If you put pineapples and cherries on it, but that's another time you got, like, because the sugars from that, the sugars keep the outside of it kind of crispy. The sugars are what's important. Where fats, you're not going to, you know, the fats of bacon, you're not getting any sugar out of it. So if you're putting bacon on top of the turkey, see, so like you think about a turducken. I know I talk all over the place. You gotta just excuse me for talking all over the place. But if you make a turducken, turkey, duck, yeah, does anybody know turduckens? Doing a ham. Oh, okay. There you go. Yes. Yeah, the citrus inside the turkey. I've never heard of that. Let me know how it turns out. I've never heard of that. Are you just gonna throw like full on like lemons and limes and grapefruits and shit in there, or do you cut them first? Because I've never heard of that. That sounds interesting. I'm curious of how the acids will it break down and make the meat softer? Maybe. Yeah, that seems right. I could see, because I got some lemons that I'm gonna put on at the end. I haven't told anybody about this part, but put the lemons on at the end. But that's where I think I'm gonna put the butter and the lemon in. Like, I'm gonna take the toothpick, or not toothpick, excuse me, the chopstick, and put it into the bird, and then put the butter and the lemon in there, because I think the butter is gonna fatten it up and keep the moisture in there and oils. And then add a little lemon, which will cause the meat to kind of, yeah, that sounds interesting. I never heard of putting it inside. Maybe I got some lemons. I'll throw them inside right now. We'll see what happens. But I really like lemons that are like burnt lemon. Like if you toast or put a lemon in a broiler, a broiled lemon is awesome. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah. Lemons inside of yeah. Huh. I'm trying to think of what flavor would go. So that's going inside the turkey, but you're not putting that in the ham. Because I'm trying to think, for a ham, grapefruit juice would probably be nice. Because, you know, pineapples and grapefruit juice are very, you know, a sweet, not the really. So you got grapefruits that are sweet, and then you got the kind of more sourish, like full on, like what people think of grapefruit. The sweet grapefruit might be really nice on a ham. Make a reduction, like a grapefruit reduction. Some sugar, grapefruit juice. That could be fucking awesome. Pineapple cloves. Now you got me wanting to go buy a ham tomorrow and do like a grapefruit reduction with some cloves. I mean, I have aniseed. So like you cloves, anise, star aniseed, and star anise and aniseed. I don't have any cloves, but they're very similar. That could work. Grapefruit and Trying to think of what other. Yeah, lemon's gonna be better than lime with that. And then like I wish I could have told you ahead of time. There's these really great cherries that you can get from, if you got a Whole Foods around, if you go to you have to go to the liquor aisle. It's so crazy, but they have these jars of cherries, Marciano cherries that are purple almost. They're almost purple. They're like $10 for a jar, like a small jar. But they're the most amazing things, so they don't use anything inorganic. They actually take cherries and like waste the cherry to make the cherry juice syrup with cane syrup and that cherry juice, and that's what they put the Marciano cherries in. Like they're incredible. One of the greatest things I've ever had. Like if you go to a really nice bar and you get that really nice cocktail that's like, you know, $12 or whatever, get the old fashioned with the cherry in it. If you go to a nice bar, they'll give you those cherries. Like, oh man, give me 2 of those. Put a sparrow and a pigeon and a chicken and a turkey and an emu and an ostrich and a smoker for 3 days. And then you put an ostrich egg on top. Hey, give me a second. Speaking of that, I can smell. See, now I can smell the cooking process here. There it is. Alright, so we're going to turn it up now. I had it at about 225. I'm going to turn it up to, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to turn it to like 260, 275. And I think I figured out what the other ingredient is, because it's sitting here for the ham is fresh ginger. I would take fresh ginger juice. I was thinking about it on the turkey. I just don't think it's gonna work well on the turkey. I had it out and I was like, it's not gonna work. So leave the ginger for the ham. Ginger, I mean, think about it. Ginger and pineapple go perfect together. Ginger and pineapple, so a little ginger juice would be fucking excellent. That would be a good reduction too. Ginger pineapple reduction. Cane syrup, maybe? You use cane syrup? Oh yeah, because it's gonna be the right color. If you use just sugar, it's not gonna be right. But if you use the cane syrup, it's already dark brown like molasses. Cane syrup or molasses, and it's gonna give it a more earthy flavor. Yeah, that's what's up. And then the cherries, Marciano cherries, ginger, pineapple, cane syrup or molasses reduction. Yeah. That's it right there. There's the meal. I think we have, what do we got here? It's 5 o'clock. We about, how long have I been doing this for? I don't even, where do I look to see how long I've been on here for? Well, who knows? Time is irrelevant, huh? Hey, well, thanks everybody for showing up for this impromptu cooking with Pan show, where you get to watch me talk and cook a bird. Is a turkey a bird? Can anybody? We need to. Yeah. I hear you, Percy, with the cleaning engine oil off the hands. Yeah. Which would work perfectly. You say engine oil, so like the engine oil would be the molasses, right? So it's a good. It would cause it to be a little more viscous. And yeah, 73 minutes, cool. Thanks for showing up, guys, because this is very impromptu. And I'm gonna continue this on because my new phone now I have plenty of charge on it. I don't have to just turn it off or keep it plugged in. I can walk around with it. It's crazy. Oh shit! Here's what I need to do though. Let me make sure to fuck anything up here before I get a copyright against this. Hopefully we're still on copyright free shit. Let's go acoustic. Change this up. No, you guys have to stop talking because I don't know if the commercial is uncopyrighted. There you go. Turkeys are birds. Oh, Cannabear. Hey, Cannabear. The earlier question you asked me about you said you had 2 birds that are 25 pounds. How are you going to cook them? Are you being serious? I'll tell you what to do. You just need to tell me, do you have one? You said you have 2? Are they both 25? Are they both going to fit in the oven? You got to give me a little more info there if you want me to help you with that. Or if you're just playing around. I couldn't tell. And let me go piss real quick. I'm gonna piss in a cup and I'm gonna throw it on the. I'm gonna throw it on the turkey, which is. Can turkeys fly? I've never seen one fly. Can they? It's like when they say, when can pigs fly? When can turkeys fly? I'll be right back. It's snack time for the dog. Oh, you don't want those? Oh, you want my attention? Come here. Come here. Come. Oh, now she doesn't want. Now I ask her if she wants my attention, and when she looked at me, she walked away from the food that I just gave her, and she wanted my attention. And I sat down. And I was like, "Come here," and she's like, "No, I want the food." She really didn't want my attention. Oh, nice, dude. Man, you slaughter yourself raw birds, and cooking a raw bird is a little different than a frozen one. What's up, David? Traeger with foil. Canada, too fat to fly. I was just talking. I was just talking to this chick about being with fat birds or skinny birds. You know, like she says you into like tits and ass, or like what's your thing? I was like, no, I'm into like people's soul and their eyeballs and like looking at them. Um, you know, I think everyone's process as a man, probably. I'm guessing. I think you initially start as a breast man, and then you become an ass man and a thigh man, and then it's something else. It's very interesting. As a little side note there. Hey, Percy, have you ever done the Have you ever jumped off a cliff with one of those bat suits on? Is that what they're called? Oh, I think they're called squirrel suits. And you see these cats fly through the fucking mountains and the like in between trees and shit. Have you ever done that? I assume you have. You see, the thing is, if I literally were to piss on that. See, because most of that I'm probably gonna give away to houseless people, and so there's this kind of like, okay, they're gonna get anything from anywhere. They're gonna eat out of the trash can if they have to. Blah blah blah. So like my piss is way cleaner than that, but it's also like I just pissed on it, and that'd be a lot. That's a lot of info right there. Yeah, yeah, it is. The eyes and the brain, the eyes of the seat of the soul, say Descartes. Man. I was sorry. I was somewhere else for a second there. I was thinking about something. Um, yeah, I mean, but as men and women have different tendencies. Like men are more. It's weird. It's like women dress the way they do because men are more physical, like what they see. Like they see something and that's I'll have the thing that I see, and women are usually more mental, where like they want to consume mind, like a mind, like an idea. The idea of someone for a woman is more important than you see really like how did that chick get with that dude? How did that work? And like oh that just must be dollars. Most of the time it is, but sometimes it's no, it's not. It's literally like physically that's attractive, but mentally that's attractive. But if you have both, that's a weird thing to work with. Like most of the people, I would say probably everyone in here has both of those things. Androgen type. Like I mean, hold on, shut up. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Hold on, I wasn't yelling at you guys. I was yelling at the TV. I don't yell at I do not yell at the movie theaters. I don't do that, and I don't yell at TV screens, except for whenever there's a commercial and I'm like I don't listen to this. It doesn't make it go away, but it's a good release for me, and I can also push the button while I'm doing it, and it's also humorous. Can you guys hear? Hey, can you guys hear the background music? Like I would turn it up if you guys want to hear a little bit. So, you know, you ever see these videos of say Ellen Watts or any of these other like spiritual teachers, blah blah blah, and someone will put a audio track really low behind it, and some people will be really pissed, like, oh, I just want the essence of Ellen. Then don't fucking be on this person's channel. You know, that's the first thing I want to say to these people, because music in the right way behind someone's voice, underneath, is really 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 good. Most of the time, like if you're a hip hop artist, if you're a rapper, if you can do. So if you rap over a beat, you can say anything over a beat as long as you're on time. But if you can do cut the beat off and you're just sitting there acapella, if you can acapella the shit, that's really great. But there's also people that have acapellaed so long, if you can add a little bit of harmony and song behind it, underneath it, it's really interesting. Like I found myself because I think I've listened to so much Alan Watts, probably 12 or 13 years of. I thought I heard everything he ever had to say, and I found some new tunes of him talking, and then also some of him talking with people that put this very delicate track underneath. So that's why I'm asking, because obviously my voice is fucking magical, but can you hear it? Does this help? Oh shit. Yeah, I hear that, man. I mean, would you consider Leo does? Can I still call you Leo does? Can I still call you Leon? Because I always feel more comfortable with that. I mean, if Percy is what's it? I mean, Leo and Percy. I guess I could see the connection to Percy and the that movie. It's a kind of like Percy and the. Is Leo connected to Percy? I'm sure you already know this, but that's probably why you chose it. But do you think that the wingsuits are equivalent to riding a motorcycle? Like the percentage of people that just like they wilding out. Like if you put a wingsuit on, like you already wild the fuck out. Like if you ride a motorcycle, you're just riding a motorcycle because you like that. But then most people that really start riding motorcycles start doing some wild ass shit. I watched this dude. It was like I think it was second day I was hanging on for like maybe 72 to 100 hours straight. It was like a bunch of us. It was like him, his girlfriend, me, some chick, and some random people that would show up. And I was cooking for everybody. And we just, have to go to the store once in a while to get some more food. Like, they're like, dude, can you cook again? I was like, yeah, what do you want to eat? And we got to go to the store. What do you, just tell me what you want. And so he gets on a goddamn Harley. And we kind of toasted. We kind of drunk. And motherfucker's got his girlfriend in the back, both drunk as fuck. And we're in the middle of DC. Dude is doing fucking wheelies, straight wheelies. I'm in like a 2-seater convertible, so I got 4 wheels. I'm not gonna, you know, fall over. Like, so I'm driving. I'm pushing it. I'm just grinding through the gears. And this dude's riding a fucking wheelie, drunk as fuck, with the chick on the back. And I was just like sitting there going, oh my god, am I gonna have to pull my car over and scrape these people off the street? So my question obviously is doing the squirrel suits, those wing suits, as crazy and dangerous as riding a motorcycle? Yeah, yeah. That's very Percy. Yeah, you said cool, cool. You said I prefer to. I've always much rather would, but it was always there. There was always somewhat of a tension in the past, like years ago. I never played. Like, I'm not a macho motherfucker. I'm not like what the fuck am I? Like a ring me out. I'm a fucking 105 pounds soaking wet. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. Um, but yeah, it's like certain dudes just like, I can't even be around this motherfucker. Like, what is the problem? Like, why is there so much? I was talking to some people that were like on a chat, and it was there was so much testosterone in the room, not in this room, but like in the chat room, and I was like, y'all fucking wilding out, yo. Like, what's they ain't pressing nobody. Yeah, I've always, like, when I was it's like I've always liked the company of like 5-year-old kids and 80-year-old men or women and different cultures. I never like exactly the same frame of reference where I'm from. Like, whatever age you think I am, whatever ethnicity you think I am, like, that's always not like, so I never really hang out with people like me. You know what I mean? It's always more, you learn more from things that aren't you than things that are the perfect reflection of you. Uh, so adrenaline. That's very interesting. Um, the adrenaline thing. I was never an adrenaline junkie. Like, are you like Salt Lake? A Leo, you know that movie? I'm sure you do, but if you haven't, go watch it. There's 2 movies, Train Spotting, and Salt Lake City Punk. Those 2 movies, for whatever reason, just completely reminded me of you. I don't know why. I never chased adrenaline. It was never a thing for me. Even things that I've done that are adrenaline serving, like roller coasters, yay, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, that shit I was like, all right, that's cool, but move on to the next thing. And I was always, because my mind is so already like that. I don't like downers either, for that matter. I like, usually if I'm gonna do something, I want like a little downer, and then if we're gonna do something, like, well, let's keep it super round. Like, I like round things, like Molly. You know what I mean? Like, that's more rounding or a little bit of downer, but the sharp edges of yay or whatever, that never really suited me. It's interesting how the childhood traumas and things will mold you to require certain types of substances to balance you out. You know? Man, Percy, that's killing me right now. This chick that I'm dating, I mean, I'd call her a chick. Would be. I mean, she's like all at once, like a goddess, a queen, a chick, and also like kind of a little wet behind the ears, like her age. But she's also like practices magic, and her mother's like Bruja, like, there's a funny thing there. But she's very delicate with me, which I've only had a few women that are very delicate with me. A few, few hundred. But like when she plays with my hair, it's I could feel like what she's doing, and she's like, I have no idea why I'm doing this. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this to your hair. I don't know why I'm touching it like this. It's very interesting. It's like some people do things out of, I'm gonna do this because it's a nervous habit, or I'm gonna do it because I know this will get me something. She just plays with my hair, and I'm like, wow, that's fucking very intense. Percy, you're older than me, right? Are you? Or are you younger than me? I forget. Or are we right around the same age? We're right around there. You're in between 37 and 43, right? Somewhere in there? Oop, shit. Oh, lost the top of that one. Guess that means I gotta drink it, huh? Is that the rule? If you drop the top, you gotta drink the whole thing? Good thing it's a small bottle, because fuck, if you lose the top in a big bottle. Oh, you see? Yeah. So I guess you are a little older than me, or whatever, younger. You're still doing shit that you still do shit that's more adrenaline prone than I'm. The most adrenaline rich things that I will do is maybe like fuck in public. That's about it. And in public, I don't mean like at like an Applebee's or at a fucking like a restaurant, but you know what I mean. Like that's about the size of it. Like I'm not trying to throw myself off a cliff. I'm not trying to. I would. I think I would jump out of a hot air balloon. You know what I mean? I think I would do that, but it's really no need. You know what I mean? I had a good friend that moved to. She used to be a stripper in New Orleans and moved to Hawaii to be a skydiving instructor. She had like a super death wish. She was very very like, obviously she's a stripper, like all of that kind of, abusive, blah blah blah. I knew her very well. It was like, I think I may have told you the story before, or maybe at least said it before. The first time I met her, I walk into this bar, and it's Mardi Gras, and she just looks over at me. I think we did a shot first. I think we just did a shot. Like I don't know. Like we started talking, like blah blah blah, and she goes, trust fall, and she just falls over backwards, and I just caught her, and it's like from that day, like we were just like, we had like this really interesting dynamic and relationship. And then, you strip for life. Like she was like glittered, golded up, like monies, like make more money in a day than most people make in a fucking month, like that. And then she just, moved to Hawaii and wanted to jump out of planes. It's interesting, people's paths. 48 though, man. Oh, and back to the question again. Can you guys hear this music? And I'm going to go check the turkey, and you guys answer me. Can you hear the music? If not, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. And even if not, or even if so, I'm turning it up anyways. Huh. All right, it is time. It is time. It is time. Welcome back to the kitchen. Welcome back to my kitchen. Here it is. Here's I should have done this in 2 videos, but we're gonna do it in 1 video. So if anybody can get through the hour and a half of me just rambling on, there we go. Let's see what we got going on here. You guys ready? Oh, this is fucking dynamite. Okay. See this? Look at this. Okay. Put this over here. Oh, fuck it. Put it over here. And we're going to turn the oven up to about 325 right now. And I'm also going to turn on this front oven here, this front burner. And put that there. All this butter. Oh, that's so good right there. There you go. Get all that goodness in there. There you go. I might have to edit this down for people to learn how to cook a turkey because they're not gonna want to listen to our fucking incoherent ramblings. So there we go. So we got some butter in here melting. That's way too hot. So unless I want brown, do I want a brown butter turkey? I think I want brown butter. So what I'm gonna do is turn this up to about, it's an electric stove, which sucks. So we go up like a little past half. Let that butter start going. And then I have this mix. It's gonna go in there after I brown the butter. I don't put that in there now because it would ruin the browning of the butter. I want like just a little bit of molasses flavor, just a little bit of burnt flavor on the butter. I know this burner is a little too big, but I don't. This is what I'm working with, you know. Well, that's for this round 3. And don't forget about the nutmeg. And here, I'll show you how to do this right now. Nutmeg. There's 2 ways you can do nutmeg. Let's see, let's go this way. So nutmeg, you can either smash this way, keep the blade away from your hand. Always, a knife you should always hold this way. Remember this. A knife you should always pinch. Here, like this. See? That's how you hold the knife. You don't hold it like this. You don't do this. When people do this on like cooking shows, I don't care what they're cooking. This fucking kills me. Do this. And when you want to hand someone a knife, you do this. Yeah? Over here. Hand a knife. You can't, this is not right. Let's see. Here we go. You can either do this, it's kind of like garlic, or you can do it this way, where you just finally grind it down this way. And there's the net result. Now I'm going to throw a little bit of this in here because I think it'll be fun. So a little bit of that in there. But this is going to mostly go on at the end. And now that I've grinded some of that down, I flip it over to where I've ground it down. And then I can so when you do this, you're getting a little bit of the oil out of there, but I don't know, these are old, so I don't know if I got a lot of oil left in there. So this butter is almost getting brown. We're getting outside of the yellow range into the what do you call it? Ochre? Ochre? It's like this color right here. Oh, that's gonna be. This turkey's gonna have this chicken. That's gonna be so good. See, now I could have used, instead of this, I could have used some ghee, which would have you've removed the fat solids from the oils. You could have used this and it would give that a different flavor, especially considering the butter here is obviously a different cow. But that might be, I don't know, that might be a little too much. Okay, there we go. The butter is almost brown now. Now we can turn that off. And we're going to go ahead and add this to this. There we go. Ah, it's like almost caramelized. Oh, the smell is fucking gorgeous. I wanna show you guys the. Oh, it's right there. Oh, there it is. Okay. And this is gonna be for the last cooking. So I've got the oven turned up to about 350. Cleaning as we go. Okay, well, the really sucky thing here is I did these wrong. This is a plastic one. I would have rather had the wet in the glass and the dry in the plastic, but we'll see. I wish you guys could smell this. Here, try it out. Smell it. It smells so good. And when your pans, don't leave them in the sink. Just, and especially never put a knife in the sink. Don't ever do that. Your pan, clean it out a little bit first, because that way you don't got to clean it out so much later. And don't stack dishes on top of each other, because then you got to clean both sides of the plate. Just clean the top off, because the bottom's never really that dirty. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, I already cleaned it. Here it is. My friend, the little egg whisk. And there we go. Okay. See that right there? So the turkey is pretty much done, right? Alright. There's gonna be one more cooking after this. It'll be so quick. So check this shit out. Look at this motherfucker right here. Alright, so this is the last one where you get the extra browning on it. So we're going to turn it up to 350. Let it sit for a few more minutes, maybe 5, maybe 6 minutes. Then we're going to add the dusting on the top and turn it up to like 450. And that will be how to cook a motherfucking turkey. What you think about that? What you think about that? Alright, back here. How to cook a turkey. Oh man, and the little bit of vinegar on there does a lot. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to tell you guys what I was going to do. Well, I told you I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it just before I do the last dry rub on top. I'm not going to rub it. I'm just going to dry dust it. We're going to put the butter and lemon in there. Yeah. I think I have one more of these. It's perfect timing. And as a bonus, What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a little bit of this because what alcohol will do is dry the top of the turkey out, so you can put it on there. It's like wet, but also it causes a little. Should I put a little? Yeah, definitely. We'll put a little bit of this on top of the turkey. Before I do the last dry drop, I'm putting this on, putting the butter in, lemon, and yeah. Oh shit! Can't. No, don't do it! Don't do it! I didn't play this. Don't fuck up my whole fucking broadcast, goddammit. Let's see about this. This should work. All right. It seems like I know what I'm doing. You know what? It always does seem, huh? It does seem. I do. I was never classically trained. It's kind of like a pianist. I more of a jazz pianist, especially when it comes to cooking in the laboratory or the alchemist's kitchen. But I know what I'm doing, a little bit. Oh shit, Jay Murley. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Oh, Jay. By the way, it hasn't been 4 hours, and I think the reason that happened is because I had made a video and you had watched it while it was still uploading. Because I have a 10-hour video on YouTube, and it still posts. It's still up. Like I've watched the whole thing. There was no limit to it. But I hear you in the 4 hours. If it is a 4 hour limit, I'll abide by these bylaws or whatever the fuck that means. Just I mean, I get it. You know, who really fucking wants to watch a 10-hour video of me dicking around? I'll just make 2 videos, 2 4-hour videos, whatever. But I think this is probably like 2 hours and hey, I'm gonna do this math. Let me see. I cannot tell you right now. It's like 2 hours and 12 minutes. Oh wait, I can see. Look at it. It's only an hour 47 in. I was blind to the time, and then I looked at it. Only an hour and 47. So yeah, 4 hours. That's way more than enough for everybody to get what they need. Hot sauces. Got dry rub the bird, wet rub the bird. Cooking it. Oh, I can smell right now. I can smell the hot sauce and the vinegar cooking off a little bit. I'm gonna go. Maybe I'll take you guys with me when I do it. I was gonna prepare what I needed next, which would be a little more butter, a little more. Let's see which should I take you with me? Or do you guys want a moment to yourselves to just marinate, relax on your own and listen to this wonderful music that no one will tell me whether they can hear the fucking music or not. I can hear the music. Let's see what time we're looking at here. It is 5:30. Oh shit, you guys lucked out. Oh, I did this yesterday because I couldn't find this remote control. There it is. There it is. Okay. 147, yeah. Yeah, thank you, but yeah. Is it really? I mean, is it written somewhere that's 4 hours? Because that confused me because I did a couple videos over 4 hours and I know the whole thing is up. But I just remember you telling me that and I was like, but I can see the whole video. Am I? See, I see, Jay. I hear what you're saying. I didn't know that from your side. I watched it on my side, not even from my channel. I just clicked on my video and I could watch the whole 10 hours. So, yeah, I think it was. I think it was just. I think it maybe just was that day where like maybe people watched the video when I was still uploading because 4-hour video takes a little while to upload. So it could have been that. But yeah, thank you for the reminder. I don't really want to do 4 hours or 10 hours of video, but if that's what it takes, that's what we gotta do. I'll just stop it and start it again. All right, let's go. Let's go. Before I drink all of this because it's so delicious. Let's go. I'm gonna go check out the chicken without you guys. The chicken, fucking chicken, turkey, whatever the fuck it is. It's a bird. I don't know if it's a bird, but I know it's about to be feeding some people. Oh, this is ridiculous. All right, you guys can come watch. All right, do you guys want to see? You guys, whoever didn't think I could cook, you crazy. You crazy. I don't know anybody ever thought that. They just don't know that I can cook. So let me see what we can do here. I'm gonna pull this turkey. Yeah, I gotta pull the turkey out and take the dog for the WA. Okay. Let's see. Oops, give me 1 second, y'all. Gotta work with this camera stand here. Okay, that's that. No. Okay, here we go. Ah, this is fucking dynamite. You think we playing games over here? Yep, it's definitely a little hotter now. I can feel that. Alright, so last portion of this. There's a little more dusting of this. Now we have this nutmeg here, but I still need to chop it just a little finer. Y'all can't be serious right now. See, some of these a little bit. There we go. There we go. There's the dust. Now I'm going to turn it up to about 475 for this last little outside of the turkey cooking. Yeah, let's. You know what? Let's for a second. It'll take about 2 minutes to get the oven up to the right temperature. And in the interim, I'm going to cheers y'all with a bottle of side of the road mezcal. Ah. This one and this one, garbage time. Here's the next portion of this. Butter. Chopstick. Lemon. Chopstick! Chop suey! Oh, this is ridiculous right here. Oh, the outside skin is so ridiculous. Can you hear that? You can hear the crispiness of that skin. Ridiculous. And I'm not killing any of the crispiness by putting a little butter on it. It's just making it a little more moist. Moist. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh shit. Well, fuck it. This is butter for the sauce. The sauce later. Okay, this is the last final cooking for about probably 5 minutes. Remember, clean up as you go. Oh, here you go. Oh, get over here, little piece of butter. What are you doing? Alright, the oven is about ready now. Oh, that's fucking hot in there. 5 minutes and we good. Look at that. I mean, I was only off by a few. We got 13. Can you see that? 13 minutes left. But I don't think it's going to take 13 minutes to finish this. That was close. Okay, look at that. I think I'm almost finished cooking a turkey. How about you guys? Are you guys hungry yet? I mean, you have no idea. If you were standing here, sitting here. And you're like, what the fuck? Is he really actually, is he doing all that to that turkey? Yes, I just did. Oh, that's done. Lemon, this, later, the reason I put it that way is I'll put some salt on this cutting board, squeeze the lemon on it, and clean it off. Because lemon plus salt cleans cutting board. And that was just the leftovers. That's for all my dead homies. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did not put the rest of that. Damn it! I should have done it. I didn't put the rest of the mezcal on there. But there's always an opportunity. Check it out, y'all. See how Cajun cooking works? There you go. You guys have no fucking clue. And tequila. Oh, mezcal. Fuck yeah. One last little dip in the oven and we'll call it a day. We're gonna turn it right up to 500, and it's cooked. We'll call this bird cooked, and then we're gonna take all that drippings off the bottom, and we use that towards a sauce. A sauce. There it is. So I think we'll just stand here and wait. Cross arms. Cross your fingers, hope to die. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Count down with me from 60 to 0. 52. How about from 52 to 0? So if you can count a deck of cards backwards, I could show you right now how to count a deck of cards front to back, back to front. Be easy. Blinded. You could just shuffle a deck, pull out 52 cards, put them over, and then have someone flip over every card, and you can tell them every card. Every single one of them. Pretty easy to do. So it's hot enough. The alcohol is probably burnt off by now. It's come out. It's still going to cook a little bit. So we'll call it a day. Look at that. We've cooked the turkey. Shit. Yeah. Y'all serious with this shit? Are you serious with this? So here's the almost finished product. Yeah? So that flavor is going to be super intense. And then all of this down here, can you see this in here? I'm gonna use that to make a gravy. And now you can use on the mashed potatoes or the, well, I got potatoes, and we're gonna make purple potatoes. Purple mashed potatoes. Crazy, right? And I mean feta cheese and purple mashed potatoes. Crazy. Ugh. Okay. Look at that. Got through cooking a turkey. Crazy, huh? Let me, there you go. This all set up right. Oh. There you go. Is that working? Okay. Who's this? Marcus Leonard. What's up, man? You missed the entire ceremony of cooking a turkey. Cha, mate. Oh, shouldn't that be a 2? You said M2? I thought you said cha, mate. maybe that's just my language. Yeah, watch. If you just want to watch me cook, go to the beginning and then wait like an hour and a half, and then you'll see me. Like, there's 2 parts at the end, but in the middle it's just me talking random shit. She is in Colorado right now. She's amongst snowmen and skiing down I think she's skiing down a mountain with her boyfriend and two kids that are fucking hilarious. Like a 5-year-old and 10-year-old. I think there's 5 and 12, 6 and 12, or something like that. Yeah, they're fucking hilarious. Especially the little one. Never. And Ami's like, I haven't even been outside yet. And I was like, you gotta go outside and make a snowman. She's like, oh, it's too cold. I'm like, you live here, so if you go there for 5 days, you have to go outside. That's the point of going there. Not to sit in a fucking cabin. Go outside and enjoy the snow for a little bit. And then as soon as you come inside, you know how nice the warmth is when you come inside? Man, that's the callousness of people. It's not callousness, it's just that kind of thing, like living in the north where it's cold and then you go inside and it's warm. It's like people like just got this certain kind of, it's almost bipolar. Bipolar, like one's cold, then it's hot, it's cold and hot. It's like Geministic. Like that's the greatest thing about it. And like she lives in where it's hot. So if you're gonna go where it's cold, go enjoy the cold. When I go to where it's cold, I'll put a bikini on. I'll put a top on and I'll put a thong on and jump in the fucking snow. I don't give a fuck, because that's why you're there. Then as soon as you're done, you know you got 364 days hanging out in the greatest fucking city on the planet. You know, it's I don't hate the snow. It's just like if I gotta have my druthers, if I can do whatever I want, like snow is not part of my life. I mean, I like it. Yeah, but you know snow, like we were talking. Do you remember that song? Snow Informa. Like it boom boom down. Remember that song? Okay, I think it's done. I think it's finally done. I'm gonna go look at it. I'm gonna give it a healthy sniff. Oh, that's gonna be incredible. Yep. It's 20 minutes worth of resting. I know. It's like a piece of steak if you let it rest right. The protein's kind of It's like, so whenever you go to a nice restaurant and you get a nice steak or you get something, it takes 30 minutes to get to your plate, not because it took 30 minutes to cook, but because it took 6 minutes to cook properly to medium rare, or rare if you're really going hard. And then you got to let it sit. You can't just eat it right away. You let it sit. That way the heat from the outside moves the middle, and then all of a sudden the protein starts to, instead of being dense, they start to do this. So like that's like right now I want to eat that, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to let it sit. I think what I'm probably going to do is after it cools down, because you don't want to put, let me explain it this way. Here's some extra special information for people. When you order in, like you order delivery, when they put the food into the box, what they're doing is they're steaming it. So after it's already cooked and you have this really delicious whatever you're getting, there's certain things you can get delivery that it's still going to be good, but there's certain things you can't get delivery, because when they put the cover on it, it's steaming the thing. So if you have something that supposed to have a crust or supposed to be crunchy or supposed to have something, it steams the outside and causes it to be not as good. So if I were to put that under a foil right now, it would steam the outside and make it not crispy and crunchy, and it would ruin the flavor. So I will let it cool down enough so the whole thing is cooked, and get it down to about 150 degrees, and then put aluminum foil on it. It's not gonna be as good if you put aluminum foil on right away. It's gonna overcook it. It's gonna over steam it. It's not good. It's like Asian food, right? Is really good delivery because it's noodles. There's nothing in the Asian cuisine that requires you not to box it up and take it. A lot of other food though you can't do. Try it with a tortilla. Try it with Mexican food. Try it with certain types of food. Just not gonna work. There we go. So I think we'll call this a show. We'll say good night, good riddance to all you varmints. Hopefully your Thanksgiving is great and wonderful. You don't have to hang out with quote family, unquote family. You actually hang out with quote family, unquote. You know what I mean? And enjoy your time doing whatever you're doing. Enjoy your food. Hopefully this taught people how to cook the turkey properly. And we'll do more cooking with pan shows very soon. I will talk to some of you on the other side somewhere else, especially you, David. We'll chat. Minions. Minions. You ever seen Minions? Yeah. So we'll talk soon. It's always a pleasure. Stay well, and anybody that I just seen for the first time in a long time, such as Marcus Leonard, it's good to see you. I'll be back on here. You know where to holler at me. I have my email underneath if you need anything. Blah 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 blah. and stay curious. Function in society as a complete lunatic, because that's the only way to survive this crazy, crazy, mixed up world. We'll talk soon. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.